Good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Insane rippy mode on techs. How far does it go? Do they sell the news? Do they embrace it? Do they really understand? People don't understand. Our logic has been insanely great. And let's see if the next part is great, because why would Powell raise if banks are in trouble? They don't even talk about it. They don't even talk about the banks having an issue when it is. If he were to come out and say, we're going to keep going and raise it another point or 2 points or whatever we need to do, then these banks crater and they go to shit. And maybe they deserve to go to shit. Maybe they want them to go to shit. I don't know. But what I know is the text and the logic is so perfect right now. That's all you need to know. So let's talk about math on Nvidia. Because the math, people are not doing the math. Okay? I mean, he told you $600 billion in new equipment need to be sold. $600 billion. So let's say his part of it is only $300 billion. Okay? I'm just making up stuff. It's probably more. But let's say it's $300 billion. So he did $12 billion this quarter, $13 billion, and he's going to go do $16 next quarter. That's 29. So let's say 30. Well, hell, let's just say 50, because say you can't add. So let's just say 50. And so he still has to do $300 million more, $300 billion more. That means if he does 25 a quarter for the next year, he's still only at 100. That gives you 3 years to even get to 300, not let alone 400 and 500. Okay? It doesn't matter. They're not doing the math. Now, we told you AI is still a quarter to 2 quarters away from huge revenue recognition. What does that mean? Microsoft, when they announced Copilot, how many people are going to buy it? A ton of them. Okay? And then they'll recognize revenue, and then it'll go up. Now, there's some other things you got to look at here. If everybody's buying Nvidia chips, and they say this is Amazon and Microsoft and all that, they have cost. So the cost is up there. You have to understand that, okay? Retail going down, Dick's and Foot Locker, who cares? But yesterday I went to the store near the end of the night, and I needed some eggs, so I went and got eggs. And there was 18 eggs for $1.63. 18 eggs for $1.63. 12 eggs were $5 and $6. They're $1.63. Milk, I didn't get milk, but milk, back to $1.99. $1.90, where it was. So now Pepsi used to be $5.99 for a case, $12.99. So they're still gouging. Walmart is gouging. And Kramer was all happy yesterday. He's like, oh, Walmart's doing great because they're raising prices. So let me tell you something. Walmart became Walmart because it got this reputation of everything is low priced. So they may make a quarter or 2 quarters, but then people are going to say, I ain't going to your dirty, gringy store because you're charging me $7 a box of cereal, and I can go to Whole Foods and get the same box of cereal for $6, even though you used to charge $5, Walmart. So you raise your price even more, and people will leave. People will leave. I'm telling you, CMG. You go look. CMG keeps raising prices. At some point, people are going to tell you, you keep your $15 burrito. Okay? It's going to happen at some point. Not saying it's happening now. Okay? Not saying that they can charge more, because they just do. These guys sit into a room, just like Kramer and all these other guys. I like Kramer. All these other guys sit into a room and say, Netflix is great. This guy yesterday comes out and said Netflix revenue is going to go up 40% because of the ad tier. Do you know somebody that has the ad tier that says, let me go on Netflix, hey, honey, what are we doing Friday night? Let's watch ads. Let's get some guac. And whatever you do with the guac, I don't know what you guys do with the guac. You guys, what you do with it, up to you, okay? But I'm telling you, you just, this stuff is, none of this stuff is complex. How is SAMI not at 400? So they came out and they said, they guided flat because they didn't know if they'd have enough chips coming in to build their computers. Well, Nvidia just raised again. They got plenty of chips. Is this thing 350 in a week? 2 weeks? Very possible. But wait a second here. Nvidia, SMCI is going to build machines. Well, they're going to build them with no memory. We're just not going to put any memory in them. I mean, we're just going to put four $40,000 cards in there from Nvidia, but we're not going to add any memory. Really? Pretty simple. The logic here is very, very simple. And so now, the same logic goes for Powell. Okay? Goes for Powell. He's not going to come out and tell you we're going to nonstop raise. He's not going to do that. You know? And go look at costs, real costs. They are coming down. Okay? Just because a company doesn't make enough money. Dick's Sporting Goods is like, oh, here comes 15 guys into our store. Okay, but we only have 2 checkout people, and they're going to steal everything we got. And we're not going to do nothing. That's what they're doing. That's it. That's it. I mean, here, where I live in Walmart and stuff, because I know all the police officers and everything else, if they're stealing less than $500 worth of stuff, just take it. Just go take a big TV, put it in a cart, and go outside. They're not even going to talk to you. They just let you steal it. Okay? That stuff will stop at some point. It'll stop. Okay? Well, the business model has to change. Very straightforward. Okay? So when Dix tells you, oh, our theft is a problem, and this is a problem, so we're raising prices, no, they're just telling you stuff because they want to raise prices. That's all they're doing. Okay? Interesting. Okay, so that's what I know. SPX is up 20. It's flying. All the techs are running. Nvidia is going nuts. Let it come down. I'd love to see Nvidia pop down to about 490. Then we go by the 500s for next week. And then we see. Okay? We didn't buy Nvidia 500s because they were $14 and $15 and $18 and $12. It was too high. Even if it ripped to 520, that $12 or $15 was only going to make you $5. That's why we said go buy SMCI. And if you bought that with us at 3, those are going to be 27. If you bought now at 175, those went to 9. If you bought Microsoft, I told you Microsoft in the room, I said it literally 10 times. I told you Microsoft, the premiums are double and triple what they were the last 2 weeks. And look at it go. Very straightforward. Very straightforward. Okay? SPX up 20. That puts it at 44.56. 44.72. 4,500 on Powell. If it takes it out, 45.10. And then we see. Okay? Now, if the 1% chance he goes, he goes, we're going to kill inflation, and I don't care if it goes to 20%. Bye-bye, market. And that's okay. And then you go back into tech. You can go back into tech. Okay? Avago is at 900. How about the play yesterday? It's perfect play. The NASDAQ, and if you bought them for today, we bought the 15,300s. They're going to go to $90, maybe 100 at the open. Okay? From 10. And you buy Avago puts. So one goes from 10 to 100, the other one goes to 0. That's it. It's a perfect play. Perfect. And amazing. So now Avago, you got 922, big number, 951. Earnings next week, I actually think this goes to 1,000. Okay? Then we see. I actually like the 980s. If I can get them at $2, I'm not going to pay $20, but you can get them at $2. If you can. If you don't, you just chill on the side and wait. Okay? Nvidia, 509, 517, 532. Lam Research, 703, 726. Meta, 301, 309. Zscaler, 148, 152. AMD, 116, 121. Lilly. How about Lilly's call yesterday? Told you every time it hits a pre-market high, it drives 6 to 8. Just write that down. Just watch it. Every single time it hits a pre-market high, it drops 6 or 7 within 10 minutes. So it's not at a pre-market high now, but maybe tomorrow or next day or next week, you'll hit a pre-market high and you buy puts right away and you get 2 to 5. I mean, just like that. MDB. If you're putting data, if you have Nvidia chips, you have Lam Research memory, you have SMCI making it, you need a database. Well, that's Snow. You got to put information somewhere. That's Snow, and that's MDB. Okay? So MDB 422. Huge number, very hard. The premiums on this one is completely stupid. The 430s are $8. I mean, this is just stupid. You just can't pay $8. If it goes up 80 points, you catch a double. I mean, that's just stupid. Let them be stupid. We'll just sit and wait, and you play other ones, pin action off it, just like Nvidia. Don't get sucked into stuff like that. Snowman, 166. If it can get to 166, it can run. If not, goes back down. Google, very strong. Google. Haven't been talking about Google. 136, 139. Okay? Carvana, 42 still. Hard number. Caterpillar, 176, 181. So let me tell you. So why is Caterpillar going down? Why is Caterpillar going down? Okay? From this. Why is Caterpillar going down? It's hilarious to me, right? Doesn't make any sense. They're selling Caterpillar because they're like, oh, well, now we're going to go into a recession. Really? 1 week there's no recession. Next week there's a recession. Tomorrow there's going to be no recession. Then all of a sudden nobody's going to go see, the Yankees anymore, so there'll be a recession. Well, they'll have more money because they're not going to go see the Yankees because they lose every game. Okay? Interesting. Okay? Oh my God, funny. BKNG, 3172, big number, 3172, 3172. Okay? Marvell, earnings after the close. How far does he get? If this runs, it should get to 67 and 73 is possible. Okay? SMCI, 306, 332. 306, 332. Amazon. This one is interesting because this means people are going to come back to Amazon Web Services, but the problem is they have higher costs. I actually like this one to test 140 here pretty soon. Then we see NOW, 582, 582, 582, then 591. That's what we know. Microsoft, 336, 342. Tesla, 242, 251. That's what we know. Comments, questions. Let's go to questions, comments. And fuel and housing costs are not coming down. Good morning. Is it possible to see around 4,500? Learning question. You got SPX around 145. It dropped back $1 or so and then turned up and double. Would you share what the dynamic price of how I did that? So you're watching everything. And we're watching SPXs and stuff. And NOW drops $1. SMCI drops $1. They both drop another $2. They both drop another $2. And SPX comes down. And the first time those two in tandem with Nvidia, all jump $1, boom, we buy SPX. And then they jump another $1, and then SPX rips. And then they both drop $1, so I sell SPX. The perfect sale. I tell you, create these ratios, watch multiple things, and then you see. And then you see. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in